Let there arise out of you a group of people inviting to all that is good Islam, enjoining al-Maruf Islamic monotheism and all that Islam orders one to do, and forbidding al-Munkar polytheism and disbelief and all that Islam has forbidden. And it is they who are the successful. Allah also said, "You true believers in Islamic monotheism and real followers of Prophet Muhammad and his Sunnah legal ways are the best of peoples ever raised up for mankind. You enjoin al-Maruf, Islamic monotheism and all that Islam has ordained, and forbid al-Munkar polytheism, disbelief and all that Islam has forbidden, and you believe in Allah. So Allah made this ummah special because it enjoins good and forbids evil, unlike the people of the book. Allah enjoined commanding good and forbidding evil upon them, but they failed to discharge it. Consequently, Allah cursed them. Allah the Exalted said, those among the children of Israel who disbelieved were cursed by the tongue of David and Jesus, son of Mary. That was because they disobeyed Allah and the messengers, and were ever transgressing beyond bounds. They used not to forbid one another from the munkar, wrong, evil-doing, sins, polytheism, disbelief, which they committed. So Allah cursed them. As a result of that, He evicted and expelled them from His mercy, and He praised those who enjoined good and forbid evil from among them. He, the Mighty and Sublime, said, not all of them are alike. A party of the people of the Scripture stand for the right. They recite the verses of Allah during the hours of the night, prostrating themselves in prayer. They believe in Allah and the last day. They enjoin al-Maruf, Islamic monotheism, and following Prophet Muhammad, and forbid al-Munkar, polytheism, disbelief, and opposing Prophet Muhammad. Not all the people of the book abandoned enjoining good and forbidding evil. Some of them carried it out, and Allah never wrongs anyone. Likewise, Allah enjoined this ummah to enjoin good and forbid evil, since that implies rectification of the society. Sins and acts of disobedience are causes of destruction and ruin, and the cure for that is by enjoining good and forbidding evil. It is encouragement towards the commanded and prohibited. It is not a way interfering in people's affairs, as some people of hypocrisy allege. Enjoining the good and forbidding evil implies keeping watch over others and intruding into people's affairs. It will be not said to them, this is not a matter of keeping watch or intrusion. It is rather from the aspects of rectification and sincere advice. The fact that you enjoin your brother to do good and forbid him evil is part of love and compassion towards him. But if you leave him without advising him, you have deceived him and failed to discharge his right upon you. So this is part of mutual cooperation upon piety and righteousness, and mutual advice and loving good for the people. It is not a matter of poking in the affairs of others or keeping watch over them. Allah described the Muslims as advising one another upon truth, so it is advice and not watching. Allah the Exalted said, and advise each other to truth, and advised each other to patience. This is an important aspect, very crucial. The Prophet gave example of those who enjoin good and forbid evil, and those who commit sins. Thus, the example of the person abiding by Allah's orders and restrictions compared to those who violate them is like the instance of those who drew lots for their seats in a boat. Some of them got seats in the upper part and the others in the lower part of it. When those are at its lower part needed water, they would go, or passing by those above them. So they thought that, what if we make a hole in our part, not to bother those above us? If they allow them to do what they want, they'll all be destroyed, but if they prevent them, they'll all be saved. They drew lots to choose which of them would be on the upper part and which of them will be on the lower part, because the upper part is the more desired. So the lot resulted in some of them occupying the upper part, while some occupy the lower part. Those at the upper part are like the notables of the Ummah, those whose opinion counts and people of the religion, and those in its lower part are like the dullards and the sinful. Those who commit evil deeds are like the people in the lower part of the boat, while those who forbid them are like those in the upper part of the boat. The people in the lower part would climb to the upper part to collect water. Later on they said, "We are troubling those above us. Perhaps we can bore a hole near us, so that we can water directly without having to climb and hurt those above us. It is well known that if a hole is made in the boat, water will enter it and all those inside would drown and die. This is an illustration about the sinners who wish to perforate the boat of Islam, because Islam is the boat that saves one from destruction and drown. If the people at the top leave those at the lower part upon what they wanted, they will be destroyed together, but if they prevent them, they will be saved, and they'll be saved too." This is a clear example regarding enjoining good and forbidding evil, and that it is protection from destruction as such. When the punishment came down on the children of Israel, none was saved except those who used to enjoin good and forbid evil. Allah the Exalted said,